I'm Shez.
And I'm Cal.
Together we are SheKan.
And this is Spill the Prosecco. Welcome back to episode 7.
Cheers.
Cheers to you. Let's
Pop
just
the
take
bottle.
a sip.
Yeah. We've moved on to a new bottle.
What are we drinking now?
It's called Ciao Bella, which means hello beautiful.
I did know that one.
I feel like that one
it.
feels, okay, that's a good one. It's a good one to
amazing.
wind us up.
So, episode 7. Can you believe we've only got like 2 eps of this whole season left?
You know,
it's crazy.
I've really loved it. This has been a lot of fun. And it just, dream house, this venue, the time. It's truly the best.
Yes. So we did say at the beginning of this season that we booked the dream house for 6 hours this time. So each episode's probably been a little bit longer than it was in season 1. We hope you're enjoying the longer episodes, but it's just a little bit more freedom to not feel like we're so rushed.
But however you're choosing to listen, so if you're in the gym, if you're out on a walk, if you're in the car, please, we really want to, well, this season we really want to, how are people listening? How are people enjoying? Take a screenshot, take a little selfie of yourself, send it to us or tag us. We really want to celebrate you because we're really happy with this product. We love Spill the Prosecco.
And what won't happen this time that happened in season 1 is that I won't fuck the time zone up because I think it was episode 3. I had scheduled to go out at 5 p.m, forgetting that it was 5 p.m. Shez's time, which is 4 p.m. my time. I'm doing the weekly grocery shop in Aldi and getting messages from beautiful listeners.
Which I'm so grateful that they're ready to go.
Our clients saying, the episode hasn't launched. Thankfully, I've got the smarts to have Spotify for Creators on my phone. And yes, I had scheduled it for the wrong time. Thankfully, I could press a button and get it up. So when this season drops, we're going to be on the same time zone. So I won't fuck it up.
Praise Jesus. But the other bit that was funny, and this is, I mean, you do an amazing job. So anytime you see a photo pop up, it's all Cal. She's all that back end. She's amazing. My favourite part was I was listening to this episode at home and I was cooking dinner and we got to the end of the episode and I literally said, what the fuck were you going to say? Or should we open another bottle? Like just totally again, our classic Ocker sells. You know, it doesn't sound any different to the podcast. But it's when we've stopped recording and we're just moving into our getting ready for the next episode. Cal's like, oh, my God, that's not supposed to be on.
So you live and you learn, right? Because as we said, we don't edit.
Mm-mm.
There's nothing cut out in the middle. If there's a little extended pause, soz about that. We're still here.
Yeah.
But I made an oopsie in that I didn't drag out the audio enough to see that the audio was still going after our video. So anywho, hilarious. We probably should just put a whole compilation together of the before and afters before we trim them.
Yeah, maybe.
Us burping in the microphone.
That'd be quality material. We're just talking about our daughters just then.
Oh, I know. Crazy.
Turds. Okay.
So the main pause. So episode 7 is talking about SheKan now.
Yeah, which I guess is the entire time of Spill the Prosecco has been leading to this moment where we're at, what it looks like now, how we feel about it. You know, this is what we've been most excited to talk about. So
yeah. So essentially we have, I guess, been working 10 years up until this point. Mm-hmm. And SheKan does look very different to what it did when we first started. But what we love is through the recent creation of Success Co and the way that we're choosing to do our events now, we get the balance of both worlds.
Yeah.
And so our retreats are a beautiful combination of connection, experience, fun, growth, learning, but in an environment where you can truly just be yourself and you can essentially choose your own adventure.
Yeah, and I mean we've done the events where you go home thinking you need another holiday or a retreat just to recover. We've done the smashed egg stuff, and what we know is you don't go back to your, and I guess we're speaking right now to our audience, you don't go back to your people, your family, your communities if you feel like that, if you feel smashed and if you feel exhausted and if you feel bent and spent. If you go back revived, recharged, feeling like that was an amazing experience, I can't wait to do it again, this is where I go to fill my cup, how much greater you are when you go back to the real world, your world, however that looks. And I think that's where we worked out this is the missing link.
Yes.
We want people to go back filled up enough that then they can continue to give back to the people they love the most, not smashed and needing to be refilled.
And we also made a very conscious decision to ensure that our retreats were very small numbers.
Yeah.
Because we wanted every woman that attended our events to feel seen, heard, understood, but also important and valued, and that they get the time that they want. And so that all led off the back of Adventure Week 2023, essentially. That was just such a pivotal moment in time for us, and that the feedback that we got from the women, that we knew that Bali was going to be on the agenda every single year.
Yeah.
And probably our goal is that Recharge will be on the agenda twice every year.
Absolutely.
That is our goal, that we will maybe run it in May and possibly September or October, because the joy that we get of creating these events, but the joy that we get from watching the women be able to just soften and relax and immerse themselves in whatever it is that we have planned for them, and not for them knowing they don't need to cook a meal, they don't need to organise anything, they don't need to drive a car, they essentially don't need to think.
Yep.
They just need to arrive and be open to being spoiled and looked after, and to have fun and meet new people and have great experience.
And the flip side of that is while they're off, with us at Recharge doing that, home, life, everything else continues as normal without them.
That's been a big learning for a lot of them. Yes.
Myself included. You don't need to make that appointment. You don't need to wake them up. You don't need to, get them ready for this. You don't need to micromanage that. The house will stay to a degree sorted, all the things. Completely let go and let them do their thing over there. And while you create magic over here, everything's still going to be okay. That has been a huge element that we didn't anticipate.
Yes.
Yeah.
However, we've always known that when a woman fills her own cup, she gets to give from the overflow.
Yeah.
And that when she prioritizes herself, everyone else around her benefits.
Yeah.
We've always known that. The difference is we've always done it in a way where there's an intentional element of self-reflection, self-growth, self-development, and it's been sometimes harsh.
Yeah.
Whereas now we can get the same result through prioritizing fun, through prioritizing relaxation, through prioritizing doing something new, and sending them home a more revived and recharged, relaxed version of themselves.
Yeah.
Very, very different to the way that we used to run events. Not saying one's better than the other, just saying that we evolved and we now know what we want and we're being able to deliver that.
Yeah.
But to witness, I think definitely Recharge, but then being able to replicate that now for the Australian version, which is Revive, and just see women immerse themselves in enjoyment of the most simple things because they're not being
pulled in
every direction.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah.
I used to say, imagine being Oprah on those. You remember she used to do those I don't know if it was Christmas, but it was those shows where everyone gets this and everyone gets that.
Look
and it was
under your
these
seats,
And it
yeah.
was just like, then the next person would come in and be like, everyone's getting this. And I'd be just like, what a job.
Yeah.
Like, imagine that. And I mean, it's not the same level, but we absolutely get to create environments where, my God, we get to witness these women just have
And I think that's
incredible.
kind of the magic in these strategically planned small number events. We have the time and space when, you know, what seems to some, you know, not a big deal, but to others it's revolutionary, you know, coming and sitting at the breakfast table and we're all around there having breakfast and she says, my daughter got herself up and ready for school today and I didn't need to do anything. Like, it's world changing in their world, like game changing. It's because she's surrounded by people that have been like, you got this, you can do this, it doesn't need to be you.
Yeah.
And, you know, witnessing that on the daily in everyone's little aspects of their lives, it's like, this is what happens when you give women time and space. And then for them to be like, oh, this is what I'm like when I'm fun. This is what I'm like when I'm relaxed.
Or I'm not a mum that's always on, or a business owner.
Let's let my you know, adult children, teenage children, let's let my family see me like this. Yeah.
So SheKan, as it is today, which is the 19th of March, who knows what it might be when this episode actually drops, but what is essentially our events we now run is definitely Recharge, which is our Bali 10 women only all-inclusive retreat. We run Revive, which is Revive Australia, because we change the location.
It mixes up.
It mixes up. So essentially Revive is Great Keppel Island this year.
I'm so excited for this.
Which is 30th of April to the 4th of September, all inclusive, thereabouts. Is that right?
August,
end of August to early September.
Yeah.
We also have Kin, Bali, which is our mother-daughter retreat that happens before Recharge.
Yeah.
We also have the Sydney to Hobart Cruise.
We've talked about a SheKan cruise forever.
We have.
So this was...
Sydney to Hobart Cruise came from Shez doing her European cruise and about to do another one. And I've never done a cruise. I've done the Spirit of Tasmania, which I wouldn't call a cruise. But and so we wanted to have that experience on the sea and just be able to disconnect and all be in the same environment. It's all inclusive. We're obviously going to have, you know, our own planned things, but just to really immerse.
This is the thing. I truly believe, you know, obviously we don't have the cruise ship to ourselves. Like, it's going to be us and our clients, and there's going to be, you know, 2,000 other people. But what I really want to bring to this experience for our Sydney to Hobart attendees is that how you can impact a time on others or for others. You know, like, we've done it before. You go out there and you make fun and you create magic and people want to buy into that and then they want to be involved in that. And I think a cruise is the perfect way to do that and to teach people how to do that, because so many of our events are just us. This is an opportunity for us to do the ripple effect and show how we can be impactful as a group to a broader community.
I believe that people that attend Sydney to Hobart will have their eyes opened to the energy shift that you are personally responsible for in different situations.
I agree.
Because I know when we go to Bali, the staff feel something different when the SheKan clients arrive.
Yeah.
When I've been back to S Resorts with my family, once we just went and had lunch with Jen and Rich and we hung out there. Last time we actually stayed there, you literally feel like royalty.
Yeah.
Like you arrive and it's like, Miss Cal. And the girl's like, and I was like, well, they're the same staff that have been here because we treat them with the utmost respect.
Yeah.
And everywhere I go, if I'm dining out wherever I am, if you're in a group, you're talking and your meal comes, I stop mid-conversation. I always look and I always say, thank you so much.
Yep.
Because
you're amazing. You're doing a great job.
This is amazing.
Yeah.
You know, they come and check in on your food.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, amazing, delicious. Tell the chef, mate. Like those tiny little things go such a long way because so many people are entitled and think, well, that's your job.
Yeah.
Like your job's to put my food in front of me.
Yeah.
Your job's to take my empty plate away.
Yep. Yep.
Like it's just, and I think that what we've been able to witness at our 4-day at Astrolodge in Falls Creek, like there's just,
yeah,
it's almost, we can shift our clients' behavior.
Absolutely.
Through example, and then it shifts the whole environment.
And clearly we've done it. I've done it with other friends. You know, even the cruise when we were in Europe, you do because you're on the cruise ship for a significant amount of time. It is the same staff, but one might be in the main dining room this one night. One might be up in the main bar the next night. You know, they do move around. They don't stay in the same spot. But you know, there was this one restaurant we often went back to, and I would walk in the door. And, you know, on a cruise ship of 3,000 people, and they would be like, ooh, Prosecco. Like they just, but because I gave back as good as I was getting, and it just changed our relationship when we connected.
And I know we spoke about it in season 1, but that term SheKanner.
Yeah, it's a real thing.
It's a real thing, right? And not even inside the community.
Yeah.
But in venues.
Yeah.
Like we'd go back to places and they were like, oh, you can tell when a SheKan client comes in.
Yep.
Like that, like.
Ultimate compliment.
Well, essentially that's your legacy.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
So,
I agree. So Sydney to Hobart will be, we've never done it before.
Sydney to Hobart is like, that was launched like over 12 months in advance.
And it's not,
so that's
it's not
January 2027.
Yep. But it will be, I already know we will get off that and book the next one because it'll just be, it's simple, it's easy, it's not a massive time commitment.
And it's value for money because absolutely everything included, right? It's like your food, your drinks, including alcohol if you choose to drink it, like everything.
Yeah, balconies.
Yeah. And I think some of the challenge that we had because Recharge is so incredible.
Yeah.
And it's clearly Bali, so everything costs way less. Thanks to the Australian government for taxing the fuck out of everything. It's difficult to replicate that environment in Australia for the same sort of value. However, Great Keppel Island.
Keppel is doing a very solid job.
They are. And whilst you know, like you've been there, I haven't, and we're doing the glamping and it's going to be amazing.
It is going to be amazing.
We've chosen like the catamaran, like we're doing a combination of things. And I mean, that's the thing in Bali too.
Yeah.
We do ATVs. She ain't like the ATVs on Moreton Island. Like we got the strict safety procedure, watch the video. In Bali, it's like...
Pop on a pair of gumboots.
Pop a hairnet and a helmet that doesn't fit and we're off, which I love. Because I'm like, cancel all the rules. But that's the joy of what we get to do now is like...
I agree.
Recharge Bali, Kin Bali, Revive Australia. We've got the Sydney to Hobart Cruise. And then we've got our Success Co. events.
And again, Keppel will be one of those experiences where we will be actually teaching women, you know, show up in the best possible way because, you know, so many of our retreats have been 5-star and they're, you know, it's fairly luxe. The first time I ever went there, we stayed in like old school, like
the cabiny sort of
TP type, you know, one PowerPoint, no bathroom. And my girlfriend literally said to me, I'm not letting you see the accommodation until you've had at least 3 Prosecco's. That was her actual words. It's still hands down one of the best trips I've ever been on. And I remember coming back and sharing it with friends in Yarra and sharing about it was so much fun and we did this and we did this and we did this. And then she saw the photos and she was like, not a chance I would ever stay there. Like this friend in Yarrawonga, she said, you would never get me to go there. And I'm like, this is the distinct difference between someone that's like, let's make the best out of anything, or let's just decide that I will never enjoy something like that. Like never been, never
Mate,
tried.
I think about when I had a tummy bug in Thailand and where I shit.
That was with the shit everywhere.
How could you? I don't. Do you know what I mean?
I know.
I love camping. I love being in a caravan. It's really challenging for me that when you are having an experience, like maybe if you put me in a pit with tarantulas, I might be like, oh, I'm out. But other than that, like, can you not?
You and Joey actually broke into someone's house and you had a shit in someone's house.
We thought it was public toilets, but it was absolutely not. Anyway, yes, so much to say about that. All right.
Again, that is exactly the plan. So Revive is our Australian version with tweaks.
I think essentially what we know that we're going to do every single year is recharge, kin, revive, and probably a cruise.
Yeah.
We would love to get to the point where our schedules would allow a second recharge.
Yeah.
And then obviously Success Co.
Yeah, and I'm kin, I think, is going to be a really heart-centered, that mother-daughter. And I'm loving the diversity of kin too. So it can be mother-daughter as in not a younger child and a mum. It can be an us and a mum, or a mother-in-law, or a mother-daughter relationship that's always lent one way and potentially has strayed. And as a mum, I'm not quite sure how to reconnect with my adult child. Now she's got her own children. How do we work together in that? So, I think kin has got something really special, and I'm really excited to get our first one kind of off, because then we'll know exactly what we want to lean into further moving forward.
Yeah.
And, I think there's some real magic in kin. I'm really
and then
excited
Revive is like 8 women. So that's like really
Intimate.
small and intimate.
Yeah.
And I think, the magic that happens at those events is not essentially the adventures that you take. I mean, whilst they are magical, like there's going to be the catamaran day and the snorkeling and the yoga and all of these beautiful experiences, it's going to be down on the sand by the ocean, having a cocktail and just chatting. Like they're going to be the real moments where people are going to remember.
Yep.
So, okay. This is a question, because I think we've probably encapsulated everything that we need to about this episode, but this is a question from a listener.
Okay.
If you were starting from scratch in business and wanted to build something that was scalable, aligned and impactful, what would you do? It's a fucking massive question. That's what I'm going to. It was such a good question.
I guess this leads beautifully into what we're doing right now. So we had the old model was that we were in front of rooms to lead into something, which kept us in front of rooms. And then we worked out we loved the adventure part and the retreaty part and that fun part. So we created something there. When we did that, what we didn't understand was that we would miss that ability to change a room in an instant, wake someone up, see someone have an aha, facilitate. And so I think that's why for us creating Success Co made so much sense. For me, it's I need to still have human connection, human impact, real life ahas, be able to share a story, nothing scripted, nothing that, in a world where, and, I'm the biggest fan of AI in the world, but AI can't currently give me a hug and replicate a real life story.
God forbid, but it can.
Right? So I think for me, if I was to start from scratch, I would just make sure it had human impact, human connection, kept it real, but belly to belly, not through a screen. Yeah.
Yeah.
How about you?
So I think the question that I would truly ask is, what feels aligned.
Yeah.
Because I think at the moment what we're seeing is a scramble almost to what's profitable. Like, what's going to make me money? Like, how do I use AI to make me make money, right? And so I think the more that I've started to understand human design and this word aligned, we've talked about alignment for forever and a day. You can't try to generate something from what you think is going to be profitable. But if something is truly aligned and you're passionate about it and it aligns with who you are at your core and what your calling is, you won't need to try to work out how to make it scalable and profitable and successful. That will be the outcome of you doing the actions that you're just excited to do.
Yeah.
And I think in the world where there's fucking 7-second reels and what's the biggest hook and this and that, and we've just moved away from what feels good to you. What do you love to talk about? What do you love to do? And also, what is it that you want?
Yeah.
Like, what do you want as a result of that? Like, if we could turn SheKan into $1 million a year business from doing what we already do, amazing. If making it $1 million a year business meant that we needed a team of 20,
Sell our soul.
and do no thanks.
I couldn't agree more.
So it's like you've got to be realistic about what it is that you actually want. Like, what do you want to put in?
Yeah.
Do you want to manage a team? Do you want to manage people? And if you do, amazing.
Can you
Scale the shit out of it?
Yeah.
But you've got to know what you truly want.
I actually, I caught myself with my mouth open then because I was just like, it's so true. I'm so invested with what you're saying because there's a real element with business people, organisations today where they're coming from a place of desperation, not aspiration, and people can smell it a mile off.
Absolutely.
And I just, it would be lean into the aspiration. And, you know, I know that you're listening right now and you're thinking, well, how the fuck do you do that without money? So much different to a feeling, and you and I have spoken about this. I'm done doing that because I'm going to get paid to do it. It's a no for me. Yeah.
If someone said you could run 10 recharge events a year in Bali and spread them out so you had enough time to recoup your energy and do all of the things, and that would be a $500,000 a year business, I'd be like, done.
Yep.
If they're like, oh, well, if you want, you know, you could do 2 recharges and then it was to make up that difference would be like weekly Zoom calls at night and I'd be just like, no.
Yeah, I agree.
So it's being really clear on what your boundaries are and what you want and what you don't want, and then aligning yourself to that.
Yeah.
But I think the problem is that people they look for what's profitable and then try to work themselves into that model.
Guilty.
Oh, absolutely guilty.
100%, yeah.
But I think it's got to be the other way around now.
Yeah, me too. Yep.
Particularly for us, we know what we're good at. We know what we get excited about.
Yep.
And when we share that, people want to be a part of it.
Yep.
Whereas if we were like, oh, we might make money out of that.
Yep.
That doesn't land the same.
And we've talked about this, that, you know, chasing the rabbit.
Saying yes to everything.
Stop chasing the rabbit. Yep. Yeah, good one.
Amazing.
Nice.
All right. Oh, my gosh. We're coming into the last episode of season 2.
I'm that excited. I'm going to stay in my favourite shirt.
And stay tuned because episode 8 is all about the stories that didn't make season 1 or season 2.
There's no context. It's just stories.
It's just stories. And we've got a shit ton of them. We probably won't get through them all, but we'll give you a little snapshot about what's coming for season 3 as well.
Yeah. We hope
see
you
you then.
enjoyed it.
Bye.
Bye.